Charlie Hensler has been in the heating and air conditioning business for 33 years and has had all kinds of job situations where he has had to improvise. So Charlie invented the Henslers Bender. The Henslers Bender is an essential tool to the heating and air conditioning contractor, and after viewing this video, I'm sure you will agree. The Henslers Bender is not designed to take the place of the large brakes in your fabricating shops. It's a small, inexpensive, lightweight tool that is very accurate and helpful on the job. The information on the Henslers Bender is important to follow in order to avoid faulty installation out in the field. There is a step-by-step procedure you can follow to determine whether the duct system in the building is adequate for the job situation. For example, you are installing a 100,000 BTU furnace with 1200 CFM. Simply using the information on the Henslers Bender, you can determine if the ductwork, the supply and return air runs, will accommodate the furnace. There are also charts which will give the free area of a return air grill, square inches in round pipe. All of us know an undersized duct system can cause a combustion chamber to burn up prematurely, or an air conditioner coil to ice up. This information can help you check a duct system step by step and make sure it is adequate. A guide for using the Henslers Bender and a handy ruler are also on the surface of the tool. With the Henslers Bender in your toolkit or on your truck, you no longer have to improvise with 2x4s or put a piece of metal through the tailgate of your truck to get the bend you need. Charlie is going to make some simple bends which are described in the brochure that is included with your Henslers Bender. He has already cut a piece of metal for an end cap and measured and determined he needs an 8-inch by 18-inch end cap. He has allowed himself 1 inch on all sides and is making a right angle bend. Now, with his folding tool, he is making the slot for the drive cleat to hold it in place. Very simple, very easy. Scrap metal, which otherwise would be thrown away, can be used to make a piece which would cost several dollars at your local supply house. Charlie will now make a register box. He has determined the register box will need to be 6 inches by 12 inches by 8 inches deep. The layout of the box is described in the brochure, and the bend is very simple to make using the Henslers Bender. After it is bent, simply screw or rivet it together. You may also want to run a bead of silicone caulk in the corners. Charlie has measured and determined he needs a plenum 15 inches by 18 inches by 24 inches high. He has laid out the metal and left 1 inch at the end to bend over to fasten the plenum together. The layout procedure is described in the brochure packed with your Henslers Bender. Charlie threads the metal through the Henslers Bender to the second line. He then makes a 90-degree bend. Charlie then moves back to the next line and makes another 90-degree bend. Simply repeat the procedure on the opposite end. Charlie has formed a plenum and can make the top. He cuts a piece of metal the same size of the plenum, allowing 1 inch on each side to make the 90-degree bends with his Henslers Bender. It can be fastened in place with S-locks, screws, or rivets. Charlie is now marking the metal for his takeoff or transition. He has already determined the size of transition he needs. Marking each edge, he uses his Henslers Bender as a straight edge to mark his lines. He has allowed himself 1 inch at the top and bottom and 2 inches at the end to fasten into the duct he had coming through the wall. After cutting, he now bends a right angle on the top and again on the bottom. He is now ready to install the transition side to the ductwork. You can see how Charlie can make a transition easily, quickly, and very accurately with his Henslers Bender. The Henslers Bender is not designed to take the place of the large brakes in your fabricating shop. It's a small, inexpensive, lightweight tool that's very accurate and helpful on the job site. Each time you go to a job site, it's impossible to carry your large $3,000 brake. Yet, you can always have your Henslers Bender with you. The Henslers Bender can eliminate making costly trips across town or 30 miles out in the country to get a component you need for the job. The next time you go out on a job, take along an extra sheet of metal and a Henslers Bender and eliminate those time-consuming, costly trips back to the shop. To purchase your Henslers Bender, contact a local supply dealer near you.